I'd like to show you guys how to use the APC to BEM conversion tool in Julia to convert PE0 file types from APC's database into blade element profile that you could use in OpenVSP. All these links will be provided in the description below. So to start, let's go ahead and download Julia. So depending on your operating system, you'll want to download the one that is relevant to you. I'm using Windows, so I did the 64-bit installer. Sorry about that. So go ahead and download the exe. I've already done that, so I'll just show you now how to install it. So you'll click on julia.exe, and it'll show you this pop-up. So just go ahead and install the default folder. I've already have it installed, but I can do it again anyway. What you need to do is enable add Julia to path. It will not show up in your command window if you don't do this. So go ahead and click next, then it'll install it for you. Now while that's installing, go ahead and download the database of the PE0 file types for Propeller Geometry from APC's database website. And that's a zip folder. So again, I've already got this downloaded here. So I'll just show you now to do with it. So you'll take this zip and extract it with 7-zip or whatever else you got, and it'll open up to this PE0 files web folder. So now we have Julia installed. Let's go ahead and run Julia, and it'll open up this window. This is not your command window. This is the Julia exe within your command window. So it should show you your version type as well as have Julia enabled already. So now let's install some packages that are required to use the conversion tool. You will want to download the package for ARG parse and the package for interpolations. So within Julia, hit the right bracket key and it'll automatically go to package without pressing enter. Now you type in add ARG parse and it'll autofill most likely for you, but if it doesn't, just make sure you type in ARG parse with the capital A and capital P. Press enter. And for you, it may take a while if you haven't downloaded this before. I already got it downloaded, so updating, resolving, no changes for me. That will not be the case if you don't have this downloaded already. Next, you'll want to add interpolations. So add interpolations. And again, because I've already got this installed, it's not going to have any changes for me, but for you, it will take about 20 to 30 seconds to install the interpolations package. You can now go ahead and close this, and then go and check if Julia has been installed successfully. Open your command window, and then type in Julia, and it should enable this. And now you're good to go. And if you hit the right bracket, it'll go to package installer again. So now let's install this code and download the zip for it. So again, I've already got it downloaded as a zip on my end. So you'll go ahead and save it. Then you'll extract it. So APC to BEM main. And it'll open up the APC to BEM main folder. Within this folder will be the apc2bem.julia file, the license, and a README. The README is just going to say the same things as the GitHub will. So this utility, what it is, how to install it, what packages do you need, how to use it within your command window. So you'll type in Julia, then apc2bem.julia, the name of the file of the propeller profile you want. So by default, it has 19 by 12e perf.pe0, and then your output will be the 19 times 12e perf.BEM. By default, the units are in inches, and you can scale it using the scaling factor of -s. So if you want to convert to centimeters, for example, you will do the Julia apc2bem.julia -s, and then your scale factor for inches into centimeters with 2.54. And now, after you've installed it and downloaded your blade profile then uploaded it into OpenVSP, you will need to modify the propeller design properties in this following tab here for construction, cross-section, as well as feather axis. And then set the propeller cross-section properties according to the PE0 file. You'll also need to download the E63 and the APC12 airfoil types. Note the APC airfoil for APC12 is similar to the NACA 4412 profile. So go ahead and copy this and put it into the same directory that the Julia folder has been installed into. So that by default should be C, users, your name, and then I've already pasted it here, but it should be in the same directory as the .julia folder. Not in the .julia folder, but in the same directory as it. So here's the .julia folder, here's the Julia script. Do not put it inside the Julia folder. Okay, so now that you've got that downloaded and you've already got the files or the geometry you want downloaded, go ahead and pick a geometry in that geometry folder. So I'm interested in the 20 by 10E, so scroll down to the sizes that are listed, and these are organized by size from smallest to largest. So here's 20 by 8, 20 by 10E, so copy that for me. Go to my C drive, users, name, paste it, and I've already gotten it here. And now I'm ready to go. So close this, open my command window, and then follow the formatting here. So Julia APC to BEM dot JL, and then 20x10 capital E PERF dot PE0. So it'll pull data from that PE0 file and then output it into a 20x10E perf BEM. Press enter. And it's created your BEM folder file now, and it's also giving you the instructions to change the construction cross-section as well as the feather axis. Okay, so I've already got it made, but I made it again anyway, just so I can modify it a bit and show you guys how to do it. So here it is. This is the BEM file that you'll need for your blade element. You can go ahead and move this where you need to, wherever OpenVSP can find it. I'll just leave it here for now. So go ahead and open OpenVSP. And just click on New just to initialize a new project if you need to. I don't think you need to, but I just do for good luck. Import blade element. And then find that file you just made, the BEM file. And it's imported the blade geometry now, but you can tell it's a bit skewed. This isn't really what you want, and it's offset by a lot. So now you modify the geometry. So in design, you'll find construct cross-section as well as feather axis. So now construct cross-section you'll want to set to 0, and feather axis to 0.125. And now it's in line, and it looks a lot smoother. But if you zoom in and look at the airfoil types, they're ellipses, or at least look like ellipses, sort of. By default, if you look at cross-section here, it is using the NACA 16 series. So for both of these, 0 and 1, you want to change those to AF file. Takes a second. There you go. So do that for both. Okay. So AF file, airfoil file, uses .dat files or .af files for the airfoil geometry. So to get those now, they are linked in the GitHub, you will open these up. I've already got them open here. So they're both from selling type files. I think that's how you pronounce it, hopefully. So you'll copy and paste this into Notepad. You can just go ahead and do the percentage there. You probably don't have to, but better safe than sorry. So save that as e63.dat. Doesn't matter if you leave it as text or all, you'll still save the dat file. So let's put that into our C drive, users, name, and just at the bottom here. Or I can even put it inside the Julia folder, I can put it in downloads, I can put it anywhere I want to as long as I can find it within OpenVSP. Let's just save it to this directory for now. And I'll do the same for the NACA 4412, which is the equivalent to the APC 12. So let me open up a new one so I don't get confused and overwrite this by accident. Or you can just overwrite this and then save as. So delete, save as NACA 4412.dat, C users name, and then in the same directory here. Then close that. So now we'll click on AF file for both and then click on read file. So cross section 0 is this one, closer to the center. Now let's find that dat file, E63. And it's changed the geometry. It's added this airfoil now. So this is the corrected airfoil for this propeller. Click on show to show you what it's actually going to look like. And now you do the same for cross section 1, which is the tip here. So click on read file, find your NACA 4412.dat, accept. And you notice the tessellation's changed a bit. And now both airfoils are corrected for the beginning here and the end here. Now you'll notice that it's missing a chunk in the middle. From what I'm to understand with VSP Aero and OpenVSP, this is okay to run your simulations with and VSP Aero because the center hub and the motor are going to take up these spaces here. So the lifting bodies only account for the cross sections here that begin 2.6 inches away from your center and up to the tip of your diameter. So this should be fine ideally for VSP Aero. If I'm incorrect, please let me know. It will not be great for flight stream. So you'll want to model the rest of this propeller and the hub in OpenVSP, then export it out as a solid model for something like SolidWorks or CATIA. What else is there? There's Fusion 360, whatever CAD software you use. You want to finish modeling it in here, and then also you want to finish modeling it for flight stream as well too. What I'm going to try later on is set up a new cross section. So I'll split this one. Yeah, let's go to 0. And if you click insert, it'll create a new cross section in between 0 and 1 in the middle, between both of them. So between 2.6 and 10, it'll create a new one. You can see it there. So now, to move this one where 0 is, you just modify radius, this larger number here, and do 2.6. You'll notice it added a 10,000th of an inch, 2.60001. So it's technically still behind 0, this cross section here. This one, let's move it to 0.625, which is the radius away from the hub. The hub on this 20-inch propeller from APC is 1.25 inches in diameter and about half an inch thick. So now we've moved this closer and we can modify this shape here to be 2.6 proper. And let's go ahead and just read the airfoil file for the E63 again, just to make sure it's the proper geometry. I think it should be good. Yep. So now we can modify this airfoil area here. So let's just click towards airfoil cross-section 0, convert that to an ellipse. So now it is an ellipse, and it should be easier to mount to a hub. Let's go to blade and modify its angle. So make sure you're on the first cross-sectional area, which is relative to the center divided by 10 by the looks of it. So you'll modify that twist to be 0. And then you'll want to shift everything else down by what the previous one was. So these are both 0 now. They're about equidistant. Yeah, they're pretty much aligned. So now you'll create your hub in there, probably using a stack, however you want to make it. And then you can just modify this chord as well too to be a little smaller, depending on how you have the blade geometry set up. In the APC GitHub and like this image here, looks like the guy modeled it using this type of blade profile, so flat line and then something curved into the blade. If I knew how to use OpenVSP better, I would do it for you right now, but I'm still kind of learning it as well too. Sorry about that. Hopefully sometime soon I can upload an updated file or video that shows me finishing this. But for now, this is how you use the Julia script for APC BEM to convert that PE0 into a blade element and then upload that to OpenVSP. And then once in OpenVSP, you'll modify it with 2 more cross-section changes and then the airfoil changes. Hope this has been helpful. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.